Okay, yeah, we get a lot of letters on Alzheimer's disease. The most important thing to recognize about AD, Alzheimer's disease, is it is simply a degenerative health crisis that affects the brain. In the same way that macular degeneration is a degenerative health issue of the macula, arthritis is a degenerative health issue of the joints, multiple sclerosis is a degenerative health issue of the nerves, AD is a degenerative health issue of the cognitive center in the brain. If you move a little bit in the brain and you get a degenerative condition, you may affect movement and you'll call Parkinson's disease. And the fact that it happens to be located a few centimeters in a different place doesn't make a difference. You follow me? It is simply a degenerative condition, and this is how we have to recognize it from a healing perspective. If you want to reverse any degenerative disease, it's important to recognize the degenerative process as a generic phenomena. It doesn't matter where it's occurring. It matters that it's occurring. So what do you do for Alzheimer's disease? Well, the first thing you always do when you're confronted with a chronic degenerative crisis is you work on the digestive system. There's two reasons for this. Number one, if the digestive system is compromised, stuff is going to get into the blood. Food particles are going to get into the blood. Bacteria will get into the blood. Bacterial outgassings will enter into the blood. You're going to initiate an inflammatory process, and this is going to make it difficult to recover. So for one thing, you want to correct digestive health issues because you want to prevent stuff from getting into the blood. But from a second reason why you want to work on the digestive system is because if you have a digestive system breakdown, you're not going to be absorbing your nutrients. So on the one hand, you're going to be getting toxicity. On the other hand, you're not going to be getting nutrients. So it's critical to focus on digestive health for all degenerative health issues, including AD, including Alzheimer's disease. That means, number one, a food diary, keep track of problem foods. Foods that cause digestive distress need to be eliminated. Then strengthening the digestive system using fermented foods, using the bioluminescent essence, probiotics, using connective tissue builders like glucosamine and chondroitin, cartilage, bone soup. Anything that you could do that would build up your joints if you had arthritis is going to help build the digestive tract as well. Fucoidin, the Fucoid Z, or the Z radical contain polysaccharides that can help coat the digestive system. So building the digestive tract lining is very important because it will help eliminate toxicity from getting into the blood, which will slow down recovery and make the symptoms worse. And number two, it'll help support nutrient absorption. The second step is working with blood sugar. Again, keep in mind, this is for any chronic degenerative crisis. You work with the blood sugar system. In terms of Alzheimer's disease, even physicians now call Alzheimer's disease type 3 diabetes to highlight the relationship between what's called dysglycemia, or messed up blood sugar, and degenerative Alzheimer's disease degeneration. So working with the blood sugar system, that means zero tolerance, or as close to it, for anything that breaks down rapidly into sugar. Desserts and fruit juices and potatoes and white bread and any kind of processed cereals and breads and bagels and all the foods we love, potato chips, snack foods, all of these foods break down into sugar rapidly. Secondly, using nutrients to help support the body's ability to process sugar. So on the one hand, eliminating or reducing your intake of sugar. On the other hand, helping your body process sugar. Interestingly, the nutrients that help your body process sugar are also brain nutrients, which further highlights the relationship between the blood sugar system and the brain. So we find that zinc and niacin and thiamine and the B complex in general, and essential fatty acids, while they're also important for helping the body, stabilize blood sugar, helping the body process blood sugar, they also have brain health benefits on their own. So using nutrients to help support blood sugar, the sweeties from Youngevity, chromium and vanadium, Beyond Tangy Tangerine, anything with the B complex, the Ultimate Daily, Immortalium, anything de-stress, anything that has a lot of B complex in it is going to be very important for the brain. Think of the B's as your brain vitamins. Zinc is particularly important for the brain and for blood sugar. Vitamin E is also very important for the brain and for blood sugar. Alpha lipoic acid and magnesium are also very important for brain and for blood sugar. And then the aforementioned omega-3 and omega-6 fats. Then the third step is oxygenation. There is a major relationship between low blood oxygen and dementia. There's a major relationship between low blood oxygen and all degenerative health crises. There's a major relationship between low blood oxygen and inflammation. So working on deep breathing techniques, sitting on the couch and Remember, we always say this, 15 seconds in through the nose, slowly, 15 seconds out through the nose, slowly, going into the bottom of your belly when you're doing your breathing, all the way to the bottom of your feet if you can, and then back up again. And you don't want to take any gap, you don't want to take any no spaces between your in-breath and your out-breath. So it's like a circular breathing kind of thing, sort of like a baby breathes. Babies don't take gaps between their breaths. You just go inhale and then exhale. Inhale and exhale slowly is very important. And then a well-rounded nutritional supplement program, the Healthy Start Pack, that goes without saying. Moving the body is extremely important. There's actually lymphatic, this is something that recently got discovered, there's actually lymphatic circulation in your brain. The lymphatic system drains toxins. The lymphatic system delivers nutrients, particularly fatty nutrients, and the brain is a fatty organ. So moving your body around is absolutely critical for all chronic degenerative diseases, but especially for brain diseases. Circulating the oxygen, circulating the lymphatic system in the brain, very important. So moving your body around, you don't have to do a lot. A brisk walk up and down the stairs, a rebounder for 30 seconds or 60 seconds, a mini trampoline. Even an inversion machine or inversion device where you hang upside down, that can improve circulation to the brain. And then another interesting strategy for Alzheimer's disease to prevent it or to reduce its progression or to just to feel better if you have Alzheimer's disease, to work on brain health, is to memorize things, or to learn read different types of books, learn new ideas, learn a new language, travel, stimulate the brain. The more you stimulate the brain, the more neural connections you make, the better your blood supply to the brain will be, and the less likely your chances of getting AD or any kind of dementia will be, and the better your prognosis will be if you already have Alzheimer's disease. So again, you'll see that these are the same basic things that we have to do for everything. And if there's one thing I want to be remembered for, one message I want to be remembered for when it comes to taking care of the body is when it comes to chronic degenerative diseases, the strategies for reversal or prevention or slowing down, the progression of them are all the same, and it doesn't matter where the deterioration or the degeneration occurs. So there's also a very interesting relationship between statin drugs and brain health in general and Alzheimer's disease. Statin drugs suppress cholesterol. Cholesterol is the body's quintessential building substance. This is so important to recognize because we hear about LDL and HDL and all these different types of cholesterol. They're not cholesterol. HDL and LDL are carriers of cholesterol. They're like little bubbles. Cholesterol is a fatty substance and it doesn't move around through the fluids of the body as effectively, so the body will surround it with a lipoprotein. A lipoprotein is like a fat protein bubble. Lipofat, protein, and this fat protein bubble is a carrying case for cholesterol among other substances. So when they talk about HDL and LDL and the different particles, they're not talking about cholesterol, they're talking about carriers that contain cholesterol. Cholesterol itself is just cholesterol. There's not different types of cholesterol. There's not HDL cholesterol and LDL cholesterol, there's just cholesterol. Cholesterol is a molecule, just like there's just water, just like there's just air, just like there's just one type of chemical. Air is a complex, but there's just oxygen, just like there's just water, just like there's just certain chemicals in nature and molecules in the body. Cholesterol is cholesterol is cholesterol, and it is the body's quintessential building substance. That means for any growth or any repair or any kind of building processes, it's a vital molecule. Growth and repair and regeneration will suffer to the degree that you're not making cholesterol. And if you take a statin drug, you're actually poisoning your cholesterol manufacturing machinery. So the implications for the brain are tremendous. And this is why one of the problems, one of the classic side effects of statin drugs, statin drug usage, is forgetfulness, memory problems, thinking problems, because the brain depends on cholesterol. Now, as an aside, if you truly want to lower your cholesterol levels, the main reason, as we've probably talked about before, that cholesterol levels go up is because we've tricked the body into thinking it is supposed to be building. And the main way that we've tricked the body into thinking it's supposed to be building, even though we're not building, even though we're not in the gym, even though we're not repairing, even though we're not exercising, even though we're not anabolic, that means building, the main way that we trick the body into thinking it should be building without building is sugar. Sugar sends the body messages that it should be building, And when we're not building, cholesterol levels build up. Cholesterol levels get higher. So reducing your sugar is the most important strategy. Now, I forgot to say one last thing about Alzheimer's disease. I want to mention one more thing. Good fats are extremely important for brain health. There's a lot of very interesting literature about coconut oil and Alzheimer's disease, using coconut oil for Alzheimer's disease. So good fats, the brain is a fatty organ. Good fats are extremely important. In fact, omega-3 fats are especially important for brain health as well as for vision health too. Omega-3 fats are typically found in the nervous system, not just the brain and the eyes, but the entire nervous system. So omega-3 fats are your nervous system brain essential fatty acids. Omega-6s are for the rest of the body, so omega-3 fats in particular can be helpful.